Excuse me, clear my throat here. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast on YouTube. It's hot and I'm sweating, so I didn't want to put my mask on. But you know me, I'm always showing my face. And my dog is currently in the chair above me, right over here. I don't know if she's showing up. She's this way. So I got a stack of comics here. Some of these are required for extremely cheap from the local comic shop. Some are got at conventions really cheap, but just stuff I think more people should know about. I'm just going to start off this. This is Marvel 2-in-1 Annual number 2 from 1977. This is the end of the Adam Warlock Thanos storyline from back in the day. Matter of fact, this is when Adam Warlock's dead and Thanos gets taken care of. It's the Thing teaming up with Spider-Man. Look at that great cover. You got who? We got Captain Marvel. That's the original Captain Marvel before, Carol Danvers in replacement. Thor, Moondragon, Cap, the original Cap, Steve Rogers, Vision, Beast, Iron Man, Tony Stark, and Scarlet Witch. And this was a 60-cent comic back in 1977, so it tells you how that was expensive. 77 comics were what? A quarter, maybe 35 cents. We got Jim Starlin, the great Jim Starlin. Of course, most of your Adam Warlock and Thanos stuff is Jim Starlin. Sorry, Allison changed the little out there. He does the story and the art. Joe Rubinstein does the finished art. Annette K is the letterer. Petra G is the colors, and Archie Goodwin is the editor. And this is a very beat up copy. Like I really think this. You know what? I think this might be one. You know what? I do remember where I got this. Came from. It doesn't exist anymore. It does. It's under a different name. Out in Nederland, Texas, there was this great comic shop called Lynn's Comics. And it was titled that because the guy who owned it, his name was Jeff Lynn Bryant. His wife was Deborah Lynn. So they just called it Lynn's Comics. It was a great family-friendly comic shop. You went in there and you always got greeted. Hey, how's everybody doing? Real polite, and they kept it family-friendly. Like there was quite a few times. I used to play Magic the Gathering up there. There's quite a few times I'm up in the back playing cards and they'd be like, hey, watch your mouth a little bit, because I don't realize how much I cuss. I really don't. And it's kind of weird because I never cussed around either one of my grandmothers when they were both around. And I try not to cuss around my mother. But it's kind of shame, I'll be playing a game of Magic and I'd scribble something like, motherfucker, goddamn son of a bitch. And be like, oh, sorry. But let's see. Some good stuff in this. Thanos basically is getting ready to take over the universe, and it's up to the Thing and Spider-Man to look, okay. The Hostess ad. That's a Captain Marvel Hostess ad where he fights a gigantic mouth. Oh, shit. I didn't even notice that. Torpedo. Hopefully it's coming out good. My screen's slanted a little bit to cut me off. I mean, you can see my beard, but got my Doctor Strange shirt on, too. Got to represent one of the best comic characters of all time, co-created by one of the greatest artists of all time, Steve Ditko. This is a really cool panel. This panel right here, look at that. Just like the composition of that. Let's really stand out. And this is reprinted. They're out of print now. The Marvel 2-in-1 Essentials. They reprinted the entire run, and this is in there. And this is, if you've not read the rest of this storyline, this explains it where you understand it. But I have read most of this, the Thanos, Adam Warlock stuff. Oh gosh, shows you how old this is. You do not see ads at all for BB guns anymore. And I know they still exist, but I don't think they're really for kids anymore. Like we have one here at the house. Oh, actually, it's a pellet gun. We use it to shoot squirrels and stuff like that. We have on our back porch, which if you watch my wrestling channel, I filmed on the back porch a couple times. I think I've done some stuff for this channel out there. But we have we put out bird feed for the birds and the chipmunks. Well, the chipmunks are mean, and the chipmunks are mean. The squirrels are mean, and they won't let anything else in the box. So if there's a mean squirrel out there, we'll just take the pellet gun and go shoot the squirrel. Squirrels are one of the few things we shoot and do not eat. Shoot, kill, and do not eat. Crazy David says, buy any t-shirt, $4 shown for any t-shirt shown for only $4, includes mailing and handling. Look at these, man. There's a bunch of these I'd want. These is old. I love these old ads. I see Starsky and Hutch. I see wooden ones up. The Kiss ones are kind of cool. I like the Felis cat. There's a Pharaoh in there. Stupid's with me, and I'm with Stupid. I love this image here. It's a big ass battle with the Thor just things holding on Thanos, and Thor's just knocking the shit out of it. I prefer beardless Thor. I always have. Really good art. It really does look like Jim Starlin art. I mean, I don't know how much of this he actually knew because it says finished art by Joe Rubenstein. So did Starlin like maybe just do like, who knows? And then of course, oh wow, I heard this song for after Adam Warlock said he comes out on the Infinity Stones and takes on Thanos. And earned Thanos' stone. And this is 77. It wasn't until sometime in the early 90s Thanos came back, and then Adam Warlock came back. So for, that was probably what, 91, 92-ish? Almost 20 years, which in, oh, this kind of dates. I love this. The tombstone, 67 to 77. They don't do that kind of stuff now because it dates it, but back then they weren't as worried. In the back cover, got the great Spalding ad with Rick Barry and Dr. J. Street Ball. And that's probably the newest comic. And this surprised me. I'm not a Superman fan. I'll be honest. I'm really the only Superman stories I've really given enough of a crap about to go out and track down and own is the Alan Moore stuff. The John Byrne Man of Steel miniseries was pretty good, and with the right writer, Superman can be entertaining. It's just he's so powerful. He's the character I've never really cared for. But this is a Scott Snyder and Jim Lee with Scott Williams and Dustin Nguyen. New 52, Superman Unchained, issue 3. This is one of those. I think this came in one of those. You see at Walmart, they had a pack like 3 or 4 comics for $5. I think this came from that. Oh, Robot Chicken DC Comics special. That'd be kind of cool to see. For me. Nobody loves you when you're 43. And this for Jim Lee art, this is not bad. My issue with Jim Lee art is that it has no storytelling skills. It feels like static and like it has no motion, not emotion, motion to it. This stuff's great for covers, great for posters and like pinups, but for, I don't know. I've never been a Jim Lee fan, and I catch shit for that because people are like, oh my God, Jim Lee's amazing. Not really. My other issue with Jim Lee is finish the jobs you're paid for, asshat. I mean, and it blows my mind is that the fanboys will not believe this. The All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder thing, that didn't get finished because Jim Lee just don't feel like drawing it. He's been paid for 12 issues, and there was, 8 came out? 9? Frank Miller turned in scripts a long time ago, but because the fanboys now hate Frank Miller because of stuff that's always been in his work. And I will agree, some of the stuff Frank did say after 9/11 was in very bad taste. But sometimes you got to separate the artist from the art. I have to do that with Steve Ditko, because Steve Ditko sends pretty bad shit. I have to do one of the musicians I enjoy is Gigi Allen. And, I'm saying sometimes you got to separate the artist from the art. Like, I can watch a Roman Polanski movie. I think the guy's a piece of shit, but I can watch his movies and enjoy the movies, What's wrong? Do you need to go outside? Outside? Really? I'm live. Okay, everybody. My dog has to go outside, so Maggie, you picked the worst time to do this. Come on. Let's go outside. We'll be right back. Enjoy the music. Come on. Sorry about that, everybody. I will be right back. I should have took her out early. Go. Go, Maggie. Go. Go. Hurry up. Go. Get your butt out there. Go do your business. Go. Daddy Maggie 2x4, eat shit off the kitchen floor. Don't poop in that house no more. Daddy Maggie 2x4. Bad. Come on, baby. Come on, good girl. Good girl. Use the bathroom outside. Good girl. Go ahead. Get in there. I'll get you a treat. Sorry about that. I'll be back in a second, everybody. You too. You can just leave me alone. Come on. Okay, we're gonna try doing this. See if we can get you to do it on camera. Okay. Okay, turn it this way. Turn it. Stand up. Sit. Sit. Well, sit. Sit. Shake. Okay, there you go. Hey, there's your other one. Sorry about that, everybody. She had to use the bathroom, and it took us forever to get her house broke. But, like I said, generally, and you have to separate the art from the artist. I think that's what I was on. But this is actually kind of neat. They're like an alien that landed on the Earth before Superman, and I was actually interested enough in this that I want to see if there's like a trade of this to check it out. One thing I know, this is a newer comic. The ads are almost all house stuff. Like DC ads, there's not a lot of ads for outside stuff. Like the only one I really combos or Beware the Batman. Wow, this was that long ago. Where the Batman? All right, up next. I think I've done a video on this one before, but I love this cover. Look at that. This is V issue 14. Getting near the end here. V was a 80s sci-fi series about these aliens coming down to Earth. We thought they were our friends, and then it turned out they're just here to get our water and steal us to eat. And so the Resistance fighting the visitors. This is unusual. Okay, look, there's the front cover. There's the inside. You have to turn the page this way. I've seen sideways, but usually it's like that way. And who's working on this? Does it say? All right, we got Cary Bates as the writer, Carmine Infantino and Tony D. Zuniga as the illustrators, Cary Spiegel as the letterer, Michelle Wolfman as the colors, and Robert Greenberg as the editor. Hey, anyway, I'm gonna put you up here, babe. And V was just a cool little series. And I was talking about the ads, and they were all look at those, man. You got like Remote Control car ads, and back when Batman was leaving the Outsiders, maybe he left the Justice League and formed the Outsiders. Then he left the Outsiders. V was interesting. The comic was really cool because they could go places. Because by the time this was coming out, the TV show had started. They could go places the TV show couldn't because they didn't have to worry about budget. And these are actually really good. I have a full run. I need to sit down and find them all. Oh, check this out. The old DC role-playing game. I used to play the hell out of that. Yeah, I got my 90s alternative channel on Pandora playing. Temple of the Dog. Shout out to John Henry. Loves him some Temple of the Dog. I don't think you watched, John. I hadn't talked to you forever, sir. Hope you're doing good. Probably the biggest. Oh, check this out. Bill Cosby says if you can't send you, send money. Red Cross ad. Yeah, Red Cross ain't gonna have Bill talking for me anymore. Oh, this is kind of. You want to get down? Okay, go ahead. Go do what you want to do. Amazing Man, great little comedy series that's forgotten. No, there's nothing in there. Not enough. You care. She loves tea. There's not enough in there for you, baby. You got water. Just give me that look for. Go get your water. But nothing really stands out in this one. Oh, Jesus, look at this outfit Diana's got on. Oh, Strebo, if you're watching, you met the actress who played Diana. I heard she's still gorgeous, and she's got to be, she up there. She old. 1 second. People, I got a message popping up. Okay, nothing I got to respond to right now, so we'll go back. Ooh, almost showed my face completely. I love this. V-mail is the name of the letter column. V-mail, not email, because this is 1985. Okay. Oh, I was thinking 86. Up next, and this is, oh, God, when is this from? 1980. Reggie and Me, issue 126. And this is one of those I just kind of rescued out of the cheap bin somewhere. Anytime I find Archie comics for, even if they're a little beat up, as long as they ain't ragged out, and this ain't ragged out, it's just a little beat up. For $1 or less, I grab them. I love Archie. I feel flattered, Betty. I heard I hear Reggie named his new pet after me. Of course, Reggie's got a skunk. I love Riverdale. If you ain't watching Real, oh, check it out. It's a Hostess fruit pie ad, but it's Archie. It was Josie and the Pussycats, because Josie and the Pussycats was the same universe, just a different town. And oh wow, this is a red. They have actually like credits on these. I don't remember Archie stuff having credits. But you know, I didn't buy a lot. Even as a kid, I didn't buy a lot of these. You know, the actual comics. I bought a lot of the digest. Anything stand out in this? I got the infamous Charles Atlas ad. Oh, that page is stolen out. This is for the popcorn bag. Get a popcorn bag full of tempting goodies and reading fun. Only $1 for kids age 7 to 13. Look, you got a Mort from Ort poster. It's a little ephemeral like this that I'd love to find, but you know, I don't think a lot of people hold on to them. When you find the bad things, when you find stuff like that on eBay, they want way more on one pay. It's like that popcorn bag. What did it cost back then? I'd pay $5. But you're not gonna find a $5. They want 10 or 12. Well, it's rare there, balls. But nothing about this one was get your ass up there. Get up there. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. And I think I've done this Archie issue before. No. That works. Poster Spectacular number 68. 20 by 28 posters. That's the dimensions. And they're $2.50 plus $1 for shipping and handling. Gee, man, posters that size now. What are posters now? Like $10? We got somebody named Sky, Rosanna, Dana, Dirk Benedict, Meatloaf, Cheryl Lag, Clark Brandon, know that is. Farrah Fawcett, the blue one. Brooke Shields is Wanda Nevada. That's a forgotten movie. Jacqueline Smith, Kiss, and Stephen Shortridge. A couple of them I would love to have the Rosanna Dana. And the Jacqueline Smith. That's it. Jacqueline Smith was, I don't know. I have not seen Jacqueline Smith forever. She was gorgeous for years. And like she aged very well. Oh, here we go. And this is from, it's got to be the 70s. 1973, so a little bit older. This is the Frankenstein Monster from Marvel Comics Group, issue 7. The Fiend and the Fury. Smash them, destroy them all. You'll gasp at our soul-searing shock ending. Now, this is one, I got this at CoastCom. That's the big, it's not actually a comic convention. It's a geek convention down in Biloxi, Mississippi. More sci-fi, fantasy, and gaming based than comics. They need to get some comic people in, but there was always this is last year I went when I got this. Before then, there was always a dealer who had comics that were like, what was it? It was like 50 cents a book. The more you bought, the cheaper it got. And I would always tell him, hey, look, I'm going to drop some money here. I'd usually drop like $50 to $100 to over $100 at his table. So he'd give them to me for 10 cents a pop. Well, this year he didn't show up. And they had a dealer. He had a bunch of Bronze Age stuff. And it was all graded very well. Like he knew how to grade comics. And it was almost everything was priced like a third of what it guided for. So I paid $1 or so for this. Who works on this one? We got Gary Friedrich and John Buscema. I'm assuming Buscema does the art. Ink by John Verpoorten. Never heard of that anchor. Coloring by Glynis Wein. Lettering by Charlotte Jeter. Roy Thomas is the editor. And this was this a monthly book back then? Yeah, it's published monthly. It was Marvel. Once the Comics Code kind of let up the restrictions on horror stuff, Marvel had the Frankenstein Monster. You had Tomb of Dracula, which is the one that lasted longest and it's the best known. Then the other one that more people remember in this was Werewolf by Night, and it's best known now because that's the first appearance of Moon Knight was in that. Oh man, look at this! Look at this ad. These are all these are iron-ons. Iron any of these super wild designs on your own shirt in just 1 minute. All colors are 100% fade-proof and washable. Roach designs are available on the finest quality t-shirts, ready to go where you go. Choose from sizes and styles below. Just look at all that, man. This kind of ads I'm missing comics. Like, just looking at this ad, man, there's so many. Like, I'd love to have a Cap. I'd love to have the Popeye. Keep on trucking, of course. There's a good Spider-Man one in here. There's Budman, Hulk. Just so much stuff. And John Buscema is not my favorite artist, but he's not bad. He's really good at horror. So I really enjoy his Conan stuff. Nothing about this story really stood out. Oh, here we go. Now everybody knows, not everybody. I don't know how big these are anymore. Kids still into Hot Wheels. Last kid I know is into them. He's like 15 now, and he was like 3 to 5 when he was into them. But, Hot Wheels and Matchbox Speed. Y'all remember Corgi? My impression I always got is that Corgi was one of those things that was a lot bigger in the UK than in the States. Like in the States, Hot Wheels was number 1, and Matchbox was like number 2, and Corgi was down the line. But my understanding is like over in the UK, Matchbox and Corgi are huge, and Hot Wheels I don't know if Hot Wheels just have the distribution, or maybe because Hot Wheels went more for like a California style and stuff, it just didn't appeal to the people in the UK. Don't know. It's like really nothing in this issue is really standing out to me. Oh, you got this. You see this on a page? You got this casket with someone on a stake and pulled up. Dracula lives, so Dracula's going to show up in the next issue. I need to find. I think there's a Marvel Essentials for this series. And of course, we got we're the badge of the future in conservation. Yes, even back in the 70s, people were talking about. And then we get, of course, in the back, we got a reprint of a pre-code. Let's just say pre-Marvel Universe starting, and that's what, 63? Horror story called The Executioner. His life was devoted to death, the death of others. But the lethal equipment was slow and messy, much too slow for the Executioner. Nice art. Because how many pages? That's page. Well, you know what? Wow. We got a 23-page main story, and then we're going to get what? Call it a few pages of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pages of that. Wow. So 32 pages back then for 20 cents. And now you get what comics now? Like 20 pages of story for $5. Part of the reason I'm not into modern comics. Oh, kick ass. I didn't see what was all in the stack. I just grabbed the stack. This is an Image book. Image published The Max, issue 6. Nice Sam Keith cover there. Max is a great little series that, sadly, I really don't think it's as well known as it should be. More people seem to know about the cartoon than that. Hey, what you doing, sweetie? You like sitting up there? You're kind of on camera. Did you know that? And that's another one of the series where anytime I find an issue, in the cheap bins, I grab it. Because I'm trying to get a complete run of the Max. I know there's trades, but this is story and art by Sam Keith. Swell dialogue by William Mesner Loads. Finishes by Jim Sinclair. Lettering by Mike Heisler. Color by Steve Oliff and Ollie Optics, of course. Logo by Chance Wolf. Film output, Kello Graphics. Can I skip again? Damn it. Okay. And the Max is just, it's hard to explain. Remember, this is the one where Savage Dragon shows up. And I think this story was included in the series, but they didn't have Savage Dragon rights issues. Yeah, it is because Mako's in this. Mako is this really cool looking shark thing here. It looks like a street shark. Oh, I love. Look how Frazetta that looks. Keith was very influenced by Frazetta. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing artwork. And the thing about Max was it was never marked for mature readers, but it definitely was not for kids. And there's stuff in here like every kid, teenager wouldn't give a shit about it. Once you got probably about 10 issues into the run, it was not something that your average teen would read. I love the fuck out of it, but also, when did this come out? 93, so I was 18, 19 when this came out. I was some more really nice Frazetta inspired art. Look at that. Really good shit. Really, really good shit. I know I'm going really long, but I got 3 more comics. 3 very interesting ones. Then you got our letters page, of course. And there's something that's going to tie into the Max here in a minute. I love Sam Keith. I really got into Sam Keith when he's doing the covers for Marvel Comics Presents. I read Marvel Comics Presents for a long time. And, of course, back then, if you had a hot comic, you had a trading card set. And, man, the artist made some money off that. What's up? I just felt your paw touch me. What's up, baby? And we get a double page. This is what Wildcat Cyber Force crossover. I read a little bit of Wildcat. I've read more Cyber Force now than I had back then. Freak Force on once, a spinoff of the Sabotage. And then we got Stormwatch. Stormwatch is one of those series that it was a neat premise, but at first it just wasn't well executed. The art was kind of janky, sort of. But once Warren Ellis took over, it became amazing. Now this one here, I wish this was in better shape, and I know where I got this. Let me see what year this is from. It's from 1987. This is one of the first. Okay, one of the first published works from Evan Dorkin. This is Pirate Corps, $sign instead of an S, #1 from Eternity Comics. Now, this I found, there's a town near me called Weston. It's a college town, community college, but college town. They had this, it's an old like grain mill. It's a humongous antique mall, and they had comics in there. Some were 50 cents, some were $1. And I kind of got them all mixed up. And the woman at the counter was like, all right, I'll charge you $1 for the ones in bags, 50 cents for ones not. That works for me. And Pirate Corps, Evan Dorkin's probably best known for Milk and Cheese, the very cynical series about a carton of milk and a wedge of cheese that just destroys stuff. Worked on Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and then him and I can't remember what his wife/girlfriend's name is. They did the Adult Swim dub of Shin-Chan, Crayon Shin-Chan, which is a great cartoon that I wish we could get more of. I really enjoy Shin-Chan. And this is like really cool, really bright, good colors on here. What's up? I'll get up there when I get through filming, baby. I know you. You want to come sit in my lap? Come here. Come here. Come here. You want to sit in my lap? Here. Okay. Just sit in my lap. Okay. Okay. You want to stay up here in my lap? But this is one I knew what it was when I found it. I'm like, oh, cool. You know, I don't. It's probably worth more than the $1 I paid. I'm sure there's some Evan Dorkin collectors that are looking for it. And I don't think this is easy. This is not an easy book to find. Because in 87, Eternity was not a huge company. Eternity ended up being folded into Malibu, which is probably best known for two things nowadays. That's where Image started off at. Image was distributed by Malibu. It was like an imprint on Malibu. And also Malibu created the Ultraverse. It had this great coloring system that Marvel ended up buying them for the coloring system. Plus Malibu was, they were afraid of DC bottoms. You can combine the percentage of the market DC had and Malibu had, it would be more than Marvel had. And then Marvel's done jack shit with most of the stuff they got from Malibu. Malibu had a lot of imprints. Eternity was one. They had Aircell, which is probably best known now for Men in Black, the movie series that started there. Would you lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down? Good girl. And this is kind of like a sci-fi comedy. And a couple pages in for you can get Chris got art and story by Evan Dorkin, letters by Kurt Hathaway, colors by Patty, and editor Brian Marshall. And I have read this, but it's been quite a while. I don't remember a lot about it. I just found it again. So I was like, oh, cool. And some of these were bad and bored. I just pulled them out before I started doing this. I hate the time waste. Of course, I wasted time by going to take my dog outside, but don't know how long this series ran. But we got an ad for a Pellastar, which I've never heard of. You out there ever heard of Pellastar? Mr. Tom Smith, I know you're an indie guy. Have you ever read this? Let me know. Oh, here we go. Shuriken Team Up, a 4-issue miniseries featuring characters from Blades of Shuriken, Libra, and Battle to the Death on sale in September from Eternity. They had a very manga-inspired art. A lot of the Eternity stuff. I think they did the Captain Harlock stuff. Of course, got an ad in the back. This is kind of weird, surprising. It's on the back cover is blank. You don't see that. Usually use that for something. And then we got the Samurai Yesterday's Warrior. Now there are the Yakuza. A new series of martial arts action adventure from C.J. Henderson and Peter Palmer. Scripters of Ninja. Artwork by Walter P. Mathiasus and James Palmiotti. Is that Jimmy Palmiotti? I bet that is. I mean, I've got that. A lot of ninja books back then. All right, this next one, this is probably older than that. 1983. Okay, this is Americomics issue 3. Make sure it's yeah, Americomics issue 3 is from AC Comics. They're best known now for their FemForce series. But after Charlton folded and before DC did the Crisis, Americomics got the rights to the Charlton Action Heroes, which was Captain Atom, The Question, Nightshade, and then Blue Beetle, the second Blue Beetle, the one that's best known for the DC run, Ted Kord. So what they did is they published this, and there's one other issue where they use these characters, and DC got the rights. So you got Ted Kord, Blue Beetle there. You got the original. It's Dan Garrett, I think's his name. That's one of those comics. It's not worth a lot. It's $2 back then. But you don't see it often, and I found this. I paid $1 for it. There's a great comic shop down in D'Iberville, Mississippi called 5 Alarm Comics. I haven't been there for. I'm pretty sure it's still there. Pretty sure. And the guy has got a great deal. He's back issue bins. If shit's not bagged and boarded, it's $1. If you buy a bunch, he'll cut you a deal. Really, and it's how great a comic shop guy is. You walk in, hey, how you doing? Good thing. After my first trip in there, when I was checking out, I was talking to him. I was like, yeah, I came all the way from almost Jackson down here to do some comic shopping. Oh man, really? Every time after that, since I've been in, and I haven't been in there quite a while now, but I'd only come in maybe twice a year, 3 times a year. Here, hey, how was your trip down? You have a good, safe trip down. You have a safe trip back. And always cut me deals. That's how great a guy he was. I found out, I don't know what's worth now, but the Tomorrow's Miracle Man Compendium, Komota, Miracle Man Compendium, Companion, Compendium. I have to go find my copy. At the time, out of print, going for like way more than cover, probably like $40 to $50. He had one sitting on the shelf, didn't have a price on it. I was like, look, I know this goes for a lot. I'm willing to give you, I was like, I'll give you $25, $30 for it. He's like, just give me cover price. The cover price was like $15. I'm like, are you sure? Yeah, don't worry about it. Same guy that when he found out I was trying to replace my Miracle Man collection, hooked me up for a very cheap price. I'm not going to say what. He had 3 complete runs of Miracle Man, all in perfect condition. There were file copies from Eclipse. When Eclipse went under, they owed, there's an artist from the Biloxi area, South Mississippi area called Mitch Bird. Mitch Bird had been working for Eclipse. They owed him money, and they couldn't pay him, so they sent him file copies. So Mitch had 3 complete runs of Miracle Man. And he brought at least 2 of these runs up to the comic shop, 5 Alarm Comics, and the guy was selling them. And I told him, I had a run back in the day. And then some asshole got pissed at me and set my comics on fire. I was trying to piece it, and I collect these as they came out. Well, by the time I started trying to piece together on the Miracle Man stuff, it started skyrocketing. It's before Marvel did their reprints. This comic shop owner hooked me up with the last issue I needed to finish up my run for. I'm trying to think how to put it without. Because he didn't really want me to say exactly what he charged. He gave me a grade. Let's just say I paid under half guide. And this is a book that probably a $40, $50 comic then. But we got, oh, God, can I skip this? Please let me skip this. I hate this song. Damn it. Okay, I got to switch Pandora channels here, people. The Under the Bridge is one of those Red Hot Chili Peppers songs I just heard way too much. Okay. First story here is called The Return from Pago Island. We got Rick Levens in the story and art, Bill Black edits and inks, letters of Tim Bove, and colors Rebecca Black. Let me start. The art's not bad. It's nice on night, really nice slick paper. I'll give them that. Like really nice, really, really nice paper. Especially for 83. It's like it's like a less shiny version of the paper that most comics use now. And then we got, hey, look. There's the original Blue Beetle showing up. And that's what this is about. The 2 Blue Beetles meeting up and having like an adventure. Really good stuff. It's not the best written, but the art's nice. The story's kind of cool. I'd like to have seen what, and at the end we find out this original Blue Beetle is just a robot. I'd like to have seen what AC would have done with these characters if they hadn't lost them so quick. They got our second story. And this is The Blue Beetle, A Tale of Alternate Realities by Leo J. Laney, plot and art. Neil Stannard, script. Bill Black, inks and edits. And I think Bill Black owns AC Comics. Tim Bove, letters, and Rebecca Black, colors. Dan Garrett. Okay, the original Blue Beetle is Dan Garrett. And this is just kind of like telling a story. And it's very Kirby-esque. Look at that. That is, to me, that right there, that's just very Kirby-esque. Looks like something Tim Scully would do now. Or like this woman right here. Very, very Kirby-esque. Now, some people are like, oh my God, it's a Kirby clone. I kind of like Kirby. I like Kirby clones. And then we get at the very end a Shade story. And this is by Rick Levens, does the pencils, embellishing by Willie Blyberg. And script layouts and letters by Bill Black. Shade was a AC Comics character as far as I know. They're mostly known. They took a bunch of like public domain characters and created the Film Force. Did a lot of stuff with that. They were doing a lot of reprints of public domain stuff. And then the market's kind of falling. I think Film Force still comes up. It's like $10 an issue. And they don't print a lot of copies. Oh shit, Black Diamond. Sybil Danning, if you know who that is, you got to be a little bit older to remember it. She had her own comic for a while from this company. And then, of course, on the back cover, we get this really cool Blue Beetle piece of art that there is a Blue Beetle comic where Paris Cullins rips this off. Like, swipe the hell out of this. All right, then my last one here. And this was only 10 cents. This is Comico Premiere Issue 5, featuring Andrew Murphy's Victor, Will Brown's Cyborg Rock, Chris Windley, and AJ McLaughlin's Repartee, Mark Lanz's Stealth, and Sam Keefe's Max the Hare. This is probably, as far as I know, this is like the earliest published work from Sam Keefe. There's a couple issues of Premiere that got value. One of them is the first appearance of Grendel, of course. One's the first appearance of Evangeline, the Chuck Dixon, and who's the woman that worked on? I can't think of her name now. And then this one. This was found at dealers come out earlier. They had the books where you can get books for 10 cents a copy. That's where I got this. I'm just going to flip through the Sam Keefe things. I've been going for a while. It's almost 40 minutes. And when Max became it, this book was shooting up because it was supposedly connected. And it really is. It's from 1980. 1983. Max the Hare, early Sam Keefe stuff. Even in this shape, this is at least a $10 book. See, nice, very good use of shading and dark and light. It's a fairly short little story. It's one of my, hey, I found this in the cheap bin books. I love showing people, like, look what I found in the cheap bin. It's kind of like that Miracle Man 24 I found for like 50 cents or $1, I always love finding this kind of stuff. And as far as I know, this is the only appearance of Maxie Hare, if I'm remembering right. I don't think he did. He did one after this. I'm almost done here. Oh, can't show that. Got nudity. Comico is a great little company. Here we go. Subscribe. Join the Comico family. Save by subscribing now at just $7.50 for 6 copies of each book a year. Or subscribe to all 4 feature books for $25 and get a free subscription to Primer. Their titles in were AZ, Grendel, Primer, Scrog, and Slaughterman. They're based in Norristown, Pennsylvania. Nice art there. Here we go. Next issue of Primer, Judith Hunt. Is the first appearance of Evangeline the Nun. I love this series. It was set in the future. The Catholic Church had a bunch of nuns that were trained to go out and kill people, basically. And coming soon from Comico, Evangeline. It's the 22nd century. The church has billions of followers to pray for their souls and help, but no, only one who sends them there. Written by Chuck Dixon, drawn by Judith Hunt. Coming in January, illuminated by 30 full pages of art printed on quality Mando paper. Easily one of the best comics of 1984, all for a bi-monthly offer of $1.50. I don't think it ever came out for Comico. I know Lodestone did some stuff. And then if I'm remembering right, Comico might have done an issue. First Comics did like about 12, 13 issues, and then that's it. And nothing's been done with Evangeline forever. I really thought when the Bad Girl craze hit in the mid-90s that Evangeline would come back, and it didn't. And they're not expensive books. Like that Comico Premiere issue, First Prince of Evangeline, is probably like, you do a little shopping, $5 to $10. The rest of them, $1. Coming from Comico, The Hero Discovered, Mage. It was 3 different series. This one came out from Comico, and then years later, the second one came out from Image, and it came out recently and ended. Well, man, I'm hitting 40 minutes here, so we're going to end this. Maggie, you want to tell everybody bye-bye? Tell everybody bye-bye? Wave. She's waving bye-bye. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I ranted for a while there, but talk to everybody later.